What is up, you guys? Tom is back with another LinScents video. Today we have a fragrance from Lattafa, but before we get into that, just want to say thank you guys again. It is an honor to be playing on one of those electronic devices, whether it's that cell phone, that tablet, that laptop, that Macintosh, that brand new big screen TV, whether you watch me at home, at work, on a plane, a train, an automobile, maybe you watch me in the toilet, in the tub, next to your hub, I don't know. Wherever and however you're watching me, it is an honor. If you guys are new to this channel, you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, comment, and like. Likes are very important. We're definitely growing and growing and growing. This channel has definitely had its share of milk, if you will. Definitely eating its vegetables and drinking its milk because this thing is growing, okay? Couldn't do that without you guys. So again, you guys are the MVP. Now, Lattafa. You guys know Lattafa is the Middle Eastern fragrance company, if you will. And there's a fragrance out there that has been getting a lot of hype, not as of late, but when it first came out, it's got a lot of hype. And because it is a clone of a much hyped fragrance from Dior, you guys know it's Dior Sauvage Elixr. This one is called Lattafa Asad, okay? Asad, okay? Now, this one, people are comparing this to Sauvage Elixr. Now, no longer have the Sauvage Elixr. I had it. Great fragrance. I like the way that it had that little bit of Sauvage in it, but it had a more mature, more masculine, more just powerhouse of a take on the original that was already a powerhouse. But it took it and made it more manly, in my opinion. Made it more of a mature scent. It's pretty much my favorite in the lineup. Crazy thing is, though, as much as it's hyped, especially in the fragrance community, it's hard to smell it or catch it on someone else. Like when you smell Dior Sauvage, you already know that's Sauvage, right? But I've yet to come across someone that just has Elixir, and when they walk past me, I'm like, oh my God, yes, that's Elixir. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe it's a good thing, it's kind of keeping Elixir a little less used, if you will. So this one again is Asad, and if you guys remember, I did a video on this one right here. This is Sauvage Elixr from Fragrance World. Now, you guys, I'm gonna admit to you guys today I finally wore this, okay? Now, if you guys seen my first impressions, you guys know I love this fragrance from the get-go, right from the first impressions. I love it. Today was the first time I actually given this thing a full wearing. Okay, that was about 3-4 months ago when I got this, okay, when I first did the first impressions. But today was the day I finally pulled this bad boy out. Nice, cool, breezy. It's like 45 degrees out here today. And let me tell you, this thing stayed with me all day. Nice projection, 2 hours worth, but you notice it still 3, 4, 6 hours after you're wearing it. You get that little breeze, you will get whiffs of this all day. Definitely got a couple compliments with this one as well. So, guys, if you guys need that Sauvage Elixr clone, you don't have that Sauvage Elixr money, check this one out. Now, if it's still available, I'll leave the description down below. But we're going to smell this one to see if this one is indeed a Elixir clone, if you will, or which one smells better. I think this one is a little cheaper. I got this one from Triple Traders. Go check them out. Triple Traders. Man, sometimes on eBay, you know, some things that you just got to get on eBay, okay? Because sometimes they get the stuff first, and then Triple Traders gets it like a week later, and then sometimes Triple Traders has that good price. So, look around, you guys, okay? I'll if I find the right price, I'll leave it down below, but definitely look around if you guys are really ready to buy, okay? So this is that Asad, nice box, kind of almost has this soft texture, if you will. So nice, cool box. Again, Middle Eastern down there. We got some batch code stuff. It's probably dark right here. You can't see it. And yeah, it's right down there, okay? So not up here, down here, batch code stuff. Open that up. And man, so what this reminds me of pretty much is, if you guys have ever smelled the Magnificent from Armaf, which was like their take on Sauvage, the EDP. The bottle looks almost very similar, okay? This kind of weird rounded triangular shape, okay? But this one has this design on the outside. So that one was just pretty much all the way down, just no designs, but this one has this nice cool gold band around it. Okay, so already this bottle looks really nice. Okay, cap, nice little weight to it, plastic, but nice weight to it. So here we go. Let's finally spray this and see what it is all about. See if I get that Sauvage Elixr scent profile right away in the air. Let's see. Damn dog is standing like right underneath here. Just looking for some shadows. Definitely getting that elixir. Definitely that spice, that kind of clovey, it's kind of clovey, nutmeggy, cinnamony, those dark wood, those dark like fall spices that you would normally get. Kind of's got this little citrus take up at the top as well, like a nice slight citrus, but then nice and spicy. Nice. Again, kind of like nutmeggy, maybe some cinnamon, maybe a little bit of star anise. I don't know if there's star anise in here, but just a lot of like kind of Middle Eastern, Asian spices, if you will, okay? That nice kind of sweet, spicy smell. Man, it's got a nice warmth to it. It's kind of like woody as well, kind of like earthy. It's kind of earthy. It's spicy, slightly citrus. I can see why people think this is an Elixir clone, and obviously I think it is too. If someone sprayed this, and again, you really don't smell Elixir that much in the air on anybody, okay? It's not like how when Dior Sauvage first came out, maybe a year later you can pretty much smell it, detect it on anybody, but Elixir is hard to detect on someone. Like, I mean, because you don't smell it so much, so I guess, you know, your nose doesn't get used to it unless you're actually wearing it or unless you've smelled it plenty of times or something like that. But it is a fragrance that I really don't smell on anybody when they walk past. It's always like a fresh, again, Sauvage Elixr is more for the fragrance, to me, the fragrance collector, the fragrance connoisseur enthusiast, if you will. The Sauvage, the regular, the EDP, the EDT, the parfum, that's more for like the guy who's just, you know, I just need a couple of colognes to get me throughout life. You know, I'm going to wear this one. This one smells great. I want to wear it to the club. It smells great. That's what that reminds me of. Elixir is a little bit different. It's more for the enthusiasts, I think, in my opinion. That is nice, you guys. And I believe it was less than $35. Yes, definitely getting that spice. It's kind of got this woodiness kind of creeping through as well. Like maybe this kind of almost has this sandalwood smell to it as well. Let me try this one real quick. Let me get this one, okay? It's going to be close, you guys. This is going to be close. The citrus in here, I believe there is a little bit of slight citrus. It's not as pronounced as it was in here, the citrus. Now, it's not like smelling a lime or a lemon, but it's definitely more pronounced in this than it is in this one. I can get it, but it's not as strong. The spice is coming right away on this one from Fragrance World, the Elixir. It's kind of got that more of that smoky spiciness to it. You know what? In my opinion, the Elixir, the Suave Elixir is the better of the two. And honestly, I don't even think it's close. If you guys have never smelt this Suave Elixir, I suggest you put your nose on it. I'm telling you guys, I think it is way better than this Asad. Now, that's not to say this Asad is bad, but if you were to put these two right side by side, I honestly think most people will pick that Elixir as well, that Suave Elixir. Asad smells great, but to be honest, and this could be a bad batch, I don't know, But that spiciness that you get from that fragrance, the elixir, if you will, that nice spice, seems to have faded pretty fast in this fragrance. Here, I'm still getting that nice spice. Now, obviously, this has been sprayed maybe like a few minutes afterwards, but this one seems to go woody really fast, like almost like sandalwoody, like cedar. Maybe there's not even cedar. Maybe there, I think there's some sandalwood though, because it has this kind of creaminess to it. The citrus is starting to creep through a little bit now. It smells a little, almost has this little freshness that I'm getting coming through a little bit on that elixir. But that spice is just still very like noticeable in this one, this elixir. Okay, now the elixir was a little bit more pricey now, but if I can find it for a little bit cheaper, I'll definitely let you guys know. But I will bring in the wifey and let her decide. You guys can get a woman's point of view, if you will. As you guys can see, the scintillators are here again. I wore this today, and this thing was definitely noticeable even after the 5 to 6 hour mark. So you guys check that one out. But wife, are you available? Okay, we'll see what the wifey thinks. Now, I think she's going to go with the elixir one. It's just me saying that. But I'm going to give her... Now, that could be both. Okay, so that could be both of these. And they are very similar. I'm going to give her a fresh smell on both of these real quick, just so she can smell it. Freshly sprayed, if you will. Freshly sprays.
I'm smelling, but something smells good.
Nice and spicy. Okay, so this is that Asad, the one that she's about to smell right now.
I like that. Maybe that's the one I'm smelling, because it smells kind of sweet, but I didn't smell the other one.
There's a little bit of freshness in here too. Like I said, it's kind of got this. The citrus kind of comes through pretty fast in this one, with the spices right behind. This one, I think the spices creep through right away, faster.
Like a syrupy sort of syrup.
Smell a little bit more right here. Let her catch those hairs.
That one smells good too, though. This one is definitely more sweet, but this one...
And they actually smell different, so I'm not even sure. In the air, I definitely got Sauvage Elixr from that Asad. I think I get it better in this one, though. This one smells better, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to let her smell them from the cap as well, because sometimes these fragrances do smell different from the cap. So we'll do that again.
Like nighttime. Both smell like nighttime, but I don't know.
Let's smell that one.
Yeah, that one smells different than on skin.
I think this one personally smells better of the two. Again, in the air, they both smell like elixir. On skin, they're a little different, you guys. Again, okay, that spice is kind of creeping through again over here. This kind of has that, again, that freshness. There's like some kind of freshness that just started creeping through. It's still spicy, but there's a freshness about it. Okay, one more. I'll let you smell
like, this one has like a sweetness that this smells like those, like it has like that gulabs y'all eat.
Gulabs.
Like that's
kind of like sweeter.
Yeah, like that undertone of gulabs, like that syrup and that gulabs. That's what it smells like.
It could be because there's an array of spices in here. Now those spices are usually kind of like a sweeter spice that you find in Middle Easterns, like nutmeg and pumpkin pie spice. I don't know, but there's like nutmeg in here. It smells like allspice and stuff like that. But which one do you think smells better of the two?
Let me smell one more time. I do like that. That smells like food. I like this one, and mainly because that reminds me of those things you eat. So
even here. Smell that right there.
Like mentally, that's what I associate
Okay.
it with.
I'm gonna try one more thing, okay? Because she's leaning towards this one. I'm leaning towards this one. I'm gonna do one more test real quick. I'm gonna spray them in the air. Let her smell it in the air because again, that's what most people will smell, that in the air. They won't smell the skin. Again, some of these fragrances smell so much different on the skin. Maybe my skin sucks today. I don't know. So I'm spraying the Asad right now in the air, and she will smell it. Okay, 2 good sprays. Got some in her eye. Definitely smells different though in the air.
It does.
Okay, and then I'm gonna spray this one in this direction. And by the way, I think she has a cold too. So if she's not correct, it's because of her cold. So
And I've been
the dog is gonna smell like some Sauvage today. He's like sitting right underneath this thing.
He always smells like.
He's moving his tail too, so he must like it.
But that one didn't burn as bad.
Doesn't burn as bad.
That one smells good too.
But they both kind of smell similar
They
in the air,
do
though, right?
smell about the same. I can't really tell them apart.
They smell similar in the air, okay?
But this, whatever, one is sweeter.
They are close. They're in that same ballpark. But again, if I had to pick, I would go with this one. Okay, this one, I like this one a little bit more. The wifey said she liked this one a little bit more, okay? But they are very, very close. So then it just personally comes down to personal preference, if you will. So there you guys go. You cannot go wrong with either one of these. I think this one was a little bit more expensive, and in my opinion, it smells just a little bit better. I think a lot better, honestly. But this one is not that bad as well. So there you guys go. This is that Lattafa Asad. We have Fragrance World Sauvage Elixr, both of them Elixir clones, if you will. So with that being said, I'm going to get up out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. And if you guys did, hit the likes, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace. Yeah.